I'm about to attempt a 52-kilometer ultramarathon, having only 7 days to prepare for this, and I'm going to be doing it entirely on whole foods. I believe you can run it without needing synthetic gels, ultra-processed foods, synthetic supplements, just eating what I normally eat. Lots of red meat, dairy, a lot of fruit, a lot of honey, but doing it without the processed bullshit and the things that really mess your gut up. It's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. I think there's a lot of naivety that I'll be able to just get it done and work my way through it, but having never run anything close to this, the furthest I've ever run is 10 kilometers. So I'm going to show you the prep for today, try and document as much as the race as possible. It's going to be difficult when I'm just like wanting to get through and finish it. And then I'm going to show you my recovery process, everything after that I'm going to do to make sure that my legs heal fine, my central nervous system recovers, the diet I'm going to be eating after to try and get the amount of nutrition I'm going to need to recover properly after such a mammoth event. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's nice because we've been speaking quite a bit, just back and forth, texting, and something I swear by every single day before dinner or in the morning is an Organised shake. This is something that I spent 1.5 years creating. Take it everywhere with me. It's got collagen, beef protein, there's organs, colostrum, things that are really nutrient dense but difficult to find, especially when I'm traveling. Let me just use raw honey to sweeten it. So it's quite a mild flavor. You either take it as a milkshake or you can literally just whisk it up. Give you these little cool Organised whisks. You can just whisk it up with raw milk. I like to have seasonal fruit with it. So in Costa Rica I have bananas, or in the UK at home I have like berries and that kind of stuff. Maybe like add a little bit more raw honey if you want to sweeten it further. So that's what I've got here. Just a nice, easy banana, raw milk, Organised shake that's super nutrient dense, and it's so easy to then get vitamin B12, vitamin A when I'm traveling and make sure I'm hitting the nutrients, especially when I have this absolute mammoth challenge coming up tomorrow. Just finished one of the craziest runs, one of the last runs before the race, and this sky is probably the most beautiful sky I've ever seen. Look at this. 12 hours time, I'll be midway running through the race. So this is the final prep. Here I have about 3 liters of coconut water. I'm gonna mix that with a jug of watermelon that I've just juiced. We've got a load of orange juice I'm also putting in. There's some lime squeezed in this. I've got some fresh rosemary that's growing outside. Put a little bit of salt, some honey, and then in Costa Rica we can get tapa dulce, which is like a raw form of cane sugar. I'm gonna put all of that in, and this is gonna be my replacement for the gels and the fake electrolytes and the bullshit and the supplements that are synthetic. This is what I wanna run with, and no one really has ever done this before, where it's just completely whole food, not that I've seen anyway. There's gonna be no one running tomorrow. I saw them today, all with their gels, their supplements and stuff, so I'm interested to see how this works. I've been training on it. I feel insane by training with local fruits, all from the fruit stand just down the road. This is crazy. And by the way, I'm not running with this. This is gonna be at the aid station, so I'll be filling up my bottle as I go. There's about 7 aid stations across the course. I have no idea what this is gonna taste like. It's gonna be maybe quite disgusting. I don't know if this is a world first, but I'm gonna be eating raw meat the entire way. I've got no beef jerky, I've got beef ceviche instead. This is just a raw steak that I cut up. I've got some honey, some salt on it. Seems really weird, but I've been training with raw meat, and I find that when I'm running, I don't get a stitch at all because it digests itself because of the enzymes that it's got in raw meat. Let's see how it goes.
We made our own aid station.
just woken up having achieved the hardest thing, but also the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. That was insane. I just remember thinking, I cannot believe it's this difficult. I was definitely naive going into it, but the hills and the heat was just relentless the entire time. There was a period where I actually was delirious because there was no water stations, and so this is a fault on the actual course and the people that ran it and set it up. But I saw no one for over 2 hours, and so I was running in midday heat. I'd finished all my water and it was just going on and on for 2 hours. I was expecting to see a water station or someone that could drop me water, and I just saw no one. I was just following the course signs. I was out there on my own, and it got to that last half an hour and I just was almost like falling asleep. Like I was so tired, and I think it's hard to explain like what actually happened, but I started to like dream, and I was dreaming that I was in a prison, and the only way to get out of the prison was to finish the race. It's like this weird feeling that I had. And then someone drove past and dropped me off a bottle of water with lime in it and salt. And honestly, it was like, I just woke up, I drank it, and then it brought me back to life. And I was like, fuck, all right, I got 10 kilometers to finish this. Anyway, the race it's done. I'm so proud of myself for doing that with the little training I had, but also for not taking any synthetic supplements, any processed food, keeping to the game plan, sticking with the whole foods. Other than that one period where I just ran out of water, and that was a fault of the course. The actual nutrition was really dialed in. I felt really strong for the first 20 kilometers. Once you got to 40, that was kind of, you just had to push through that last 10 and then could make it work. And the heat was crazy. But the main thing is this morning I've woken up, and I think this is a testament to the nutrition, because it shows on race day, but where it really shines is in the recovery stage. I feel fine. I actually feel, my legs feel fine. The thing that aches the most is my shoulders, and I think that's just from I had some like terrible rucksack on. It wasn't an ultra rucksack or anything. So that one is, the only place that's sore is my shoulders. Other than that, legs feel fine. I'm actually thinking about doing a walk in nature and just getting out there we've got a waterfall nearby and some rivers, and just being in nature and grounding and doing really gentle movement to try and get that active recovery, but keep the blood flowing. And I think that will really help just over the next few days. I'm hoping I don't get any sort of delayed pains after today, but surprised how good I feel. And there's something as well about the pain that I was in mentally, physically yesterday. I woke up and I was like, I've kind of forgotten about it already. I'm already thinking about, I'd like to retain this fitness. It's newfound fitness. It's a new level of, I guess, conditioning that I have for myself. And I'm wondering what I can do to retain that, a new challenge. So yeah, it sounds kind of mental because I was thinking there's no way I'm ever doing this again. And then now the next day, I'm already thinking, what can I do to push myself further, to keep the fitness that I've got, to keep that resilience. So yeah, we'll take it day by day. Today is all about recovery, so I'm going to walk you through everything I'm doing to now recover from that monster of a challenge. Breakfast this morning is my typical raw goat's milk yogurt, and then I've just got a load more banana, mango, passion fruit. I've loaded up on the honey. Try and get things that have got amino acids and electrolytes and nutrients to try and rebuild the body. Today is all about increasing the whole foods that I normally eat, keeping it quite similar to what I typically eat, but just having more of it and not going to any ultra processed foods, things like pizza and fast food and stuff. And I think people that generally finish ultra marathons in general, any sort of physical event, they see it as an excuse to now load up on shit quality food, when in reality your body is desperate for the recovery process to be spot on with nutrition. It wants really high quality food so it can rebuild itself, get the central nervous system back to where it needs to be. But by eating shit quality food, you're fucking up with your gut, and your gut has so much to do with the way that you're recovering, the quality of your recovery. So yeah, I'm not going to change anything too much, just going to have enough food to make sure that I'm feeling good. And it starts with this beautiful bowl of yogurt in this insane location. This is my breakfast spot. I'm really fortunate to be in a place like this where I can explore, get out, beautiful places like this, waterfalls. I know people that live in cities and in the UK or places in America where they don't have as much access as I do in Costa Rica. But I think that one of the best ways you can recover after a heavy exercise, other than just being in nature, is just to actually get some sort of really soft movement in. So I'm gonna go walk around the waterfalls, explore a little bit. But this is just getting the blood flowing. Just being outside, not really thinking about much other than what's around the corner, checking out the cool, beautiful waterfalls. This is so fucking nice right now. I can't tell you, after all the running that I did yesterday, like 8.5 hours on my feet, and now I can just be in nature again. But it's a completely different experience because I'm so relaxed. It feels so good right now, so relaxed. So I'm gonna enjoy this, chill out for a little bit, and then get back and make some lunch. So I've just put together a really simple whole food lunch with some burgers, plantains, and some guac with tomato in it. Try and keep it really simple, but get enough calories. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired now, but hopefully this will give me some energy. Gonna do some more work, and then I'm gonna go out for a big meal tonight to celebrate with some of the friends that also competed in the Ultra. Cannot wait. There's gonna be a massive steak. They cook with no seed oils, and it's honestly the highest quality food you can get in Costa Rica. It's one of the best restaurants, so really excited about that. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. I really hope that you are feeling inspired, maybe to do a physical challenge like what I did yesterday, or even just to build a business or get out your comfort zone in some way. I'm not an advocate of long distance running and ultra races and marathons because I believe that it's not good for longevity. However, I would honestly recommend to anyone doing something that gets them out their comfort zone, and potentially something that I did yesterday, that sense of achievement when you do something that you don't know whether you can do it, you set new limits for yourself. And we are always limiting ourselves. So it's such a nice feeling. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where it takes me, whether it's on some new path with different challenges in a different sport or maybe another ultra, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. If you aren't subscribed, please do. It helps the channel so much, and I'd love to see you stick around. So see you in the next one.